The second app we're going to look at is the direct seed field data entry. And this is, of course, when you're taking the seed and putting it directly into the ground. So we select that version. Now you'll notice that these all operate nearly identically. They have a similar look and feel. The very top is your selection criteria. The first gallery has your production plan. The second gallery has any actual seedings against the production plan. Now, interesting here, again, we default to the current week, week 6, but you'll notice that there is no direct seeding scheduled for this week. So we can clear this and look again, look at the whole plan. This works exactly the same as the other one. We could put in onion. Now, the reason there's nothing here is there's nothing actually scheduled to be seeded this week. So we're going to have to look at a different week. So let's go back here and say, you also notice that there's some interesting data that probably needs to be fixed on the plan. These komatsus probably have the wrong scheduled seeding date. So they are being planted last year minus week 6. And you notice that these beets don't have an actual planting date. But you'll notice that come week 8, things are going to start to happen. And you'll see that there's seeding in the ground that needs to be done. So what we're going to do is we'll pick 8. And it will filter for all of things that are scheduled to be done. Now you'll notice that in this case, the bok choy has a test record right here. And again, similar to the greenhouse, because these all work consistently, you'll notice that it's bok choy. There's the variety. There's the succession on the green bar in the middle, the field that it's scheduled to go into, and then this is the planting year 2025. So we, just like in the greenhouse, we could take this and we could edit it. And we could say, okay, it took us a little longer to do. The same thing applies in terms of the end date time. If I hit this label, you'll notice that it updates to, it's now 2/3 at 10/12. Okay, so we've changed the end date and time for this. Let's say we also want to adjust the number of beds because we didn't get them all planted or we did a few more. We're going to make that 190. And is there anything else we might want to change? Let's just change the note, test edit to, so you see that this gets changed. So you can add some more notes or change the note. And then again, when we're done and it's all ready, we just hit save. Now you'll also notice that it's showing the elapsed time. Okay. That is from the start date time to the end date time. We will be adjusting that to remove non-work days and evenings, just an 8-hour work day. So we've made all those changes here. I'm going to go back into there. The other thing I want to point out is that the field, the gearing, and the plate are all selection criteria. So you could change this from C1 to another field. You could select from different gearings, and you could select from different plates. Again, we're defaulting to the data from the production plan. So I'm going to cancel this edit. And now let's go ahead, and this green Komatsuma does not have any direct seeding record. So we're going to say we're going to do that right now. So we're going to hit the plus sign on that record, and the form comes up again. Everything is defaulted from the production plan. So all you're really recording is the start date at this point and how many beds you're planting. Let's make that. I got 80 done. Now it defaults to now for the end time, but you may come back in a half an hour and update this record. I'm going to put in a test here just so we know we can get rid of this when the time comes. I'm going to leave everything else the same, but you'll notice all of the information that you need to know about this particular direct seed is there. So all we're going to do is save it. I did not point out, but each time we're recording who's doing it, and it should be defaulting to whoever's running the app. And now you'll notice that this green Komatsuna is now has a record, and of course we can bring it up, we can edit it, and you'll notice here. So it's coming up to me, but if you were recording for someone else, anybody who's in the BGF employee table can be selected. So I'm going to assign this to Jacob. Okay, and I'll save it back. Now that's Jacob's record. Okay, so with that, we're pretty much done with the direct seed field data entry. To end the app, as always, you swipe right and you're back to the list of apps. Now, I also point out here, I have all of the key apps favorited. So I can do this, and you'll notice that these are all favorited. You can unfavorite them. All right, the next one we're going to take a look at is the transplanting field data entry.